It is indubitably that time where we decide to make fools of ourselves. And we, meaning me, decide to make fools of ourselves. It is, of course, the time for... Hold on. What number of music are we on? Let me think. So 18 minus 4, 5. I think we're on 6. We're just going to go with 6. Okay. It is time for the picks. Hit the music. All right. I want to talk about the wild card, okay? I did pretty well overall. One small problem, the stupid Packers, the one time that I need the Packers to do something for me, they don't do it. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So, divisional round, obviously only 4 games here to break down. So I'll try to be a little bit more detailed than I normally am. Gotta lengthen out the clip a little bit more. So, Bills at the Broncos. Going into Denver, the number 1 seed up against the Bills, who knocked off Jacksonville in a thrilling game last week. Seth is going with the Bills, and I am going to concur. I watched a video today, and this is this is where my mind is. I watched a video today talking about how great Bo Nix is, and I just felt, man, this guy is getting glazed. This guy is getting talked about like he's John Elway, like he's Peyton Manning, like he's some super duper genius. Every time that I watch this cat play, every time, it's always like the most like inexplicable football. Now, granted, don't watch a lot of Denver Broncos football, mostly because of my area, but also because I don't care that much about the Broncos. But I simply do not trust him more than I trust Josh Allen. Now, granted, the Bronco defense is amazing, and it's certainly better than the Bills defense. So Bo Nix is probably going to have a better shot at scoring. But we saw what happened last year when the Broncos came into Buffalo. Now, granted, this time it's a little bit different. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but man, if Josh Allen is a man on a mission, if he is determined that this is going to be the year that he's going to win that Super Bowl, I don't think that Bo Nix is going to be the one to stop him. So give me the Bills. 49ers at the Seahawks. Seth is taking the Seahawks. I'm going to agree here. Look, 49ers, it was an impressive win last week against the Eagles on the road. I didn't pick them. I didn't think they were going to win. However, the Seahawks defense is very good. You're now down George Kittle. You're already down like a million other people on your offense. This just feels like at some point reality is going to have a say. Now, granted, you are going up against ginger quarterback Sam Darnold, and the problem with that is that ginger quarterbacks do not win. That's a statistical fact. You can look it up. Go ahead and pull StatMuse on me. Look up ginger quarterback win percentage, and it's low. Yeah, I will take the Seahawks, though. I think this Seahawks team actually is very good, joking aside. I think Sam Darnold is good enough to get them through, especially in the NFC. So give me the Seahawks. They've owned the 49ers, at least the last time they played them on the road. This time they'll be back at home. Don't think it's going to be good for the 49ers. Give me Seattle. Then we got the Texans at the Patriots. Seth is taking the Patriots, and I am going to finally defer from Seth here. I am going to take the Texans. I believe that Texans defense is truly unstoppable. And by unstoppable, I mean stopping every single offense. Like, I don't know that Drake May is going to have the kind of ease that he has gotten used to when he's putting up those big numbers this year. I don't think he's going to be able to do that against this Texans team. And CJ Stroud, he's already gotten some playoff experience. He came, I would say, pretty decently close last year, even to making that AFC Championship game. I think this will be the time the Texans will break through. And also, I just kind of want to see it. I in a way, I know that I picked the Bills. In a way, I would like to see Texans versus Broncos in the AFC Championship game, because that would be it would be 100 sacks in that game, and that would be a lot of fun. So give me the Texans. And also, I'm one game below Seth right now, so I need to get some edge. Give me the Texans. Rams at the Bears. I don't care what anybody says. This Bears team is a bunch of frauds. They're a bunch of fakers. They're a bunch of cheaters. They're a bunch of nonsense scallywags. I don't trust them. I don't care that they won last week against the Packers. I don't care that they won, our 11 games. I don't care that they got home field advantage. Matthew Stafford is going to go into Soldier Field, and he's going to drop a bomb on that Bear team. And you know what they're not going to do? You know what they're not going to do? Shula, defensive coordinator for the Rams. You know what you're not going to do? You're not going to let this Rudy Tooty, this fake, cheating-ass Bear team, this black magic using Bear team, you're not going to let them whip themselves back into this game in the fourth quarter. That's what you're not going to do. So give me the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford, he played a decent game against the Panthers last week. But look, maybe this Panthers team, maybe they just know how to beat them. I think that with how bad that Bears defense is, I think Matthew Stafford is going to drop a bomb in Soldier Field. And he better, because I can't live in a world where this stupid rat Bear team is managing to get to the NFC Championship game despite beating themselves every single week. I will not live in that reality. The Rams are going to win on Sunday night, and nobody is going to tell me otherwise. So anyway, to round it out, Bills at the Broncos. We are both taking the Bills. 49ers at the Seahawks. We are both taking the Seahawks. Texans at the Patriots. I am taking the Texans, and Seth is taking the Patriots. And Rams at the Bears. We are both taking the Rams. And those are your NFL Divisional Round picks. Hey, YouTube. If you like clips like that, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We've got live shows every Tuesday night. Hope to see you there.